Question about his own eating habits. So, Shear is basically like with themselves. Again. I thought it could. Yeah, see, I don't generally use it. Oh, we got a heat wave. Oh, yeah, they're gonna absolutely lose their shit. I have coolers as far as I can possibly put them. But, like, this is not gonna, like, counteract that. We're gonna lose so much food as well. Because it's already summer, and then we got heat stroke. So Shadow's going berserk. Shadow, mate, I gotta revoke your life. Shadow's already been downed. That's how hard he got his life revoked. So somebody go rescue him. Yeah, I'm not gonna get to keep them cool if they're all sleeping outside. You guys are gonna have to... No more external beds. Go find somewhere else to sleep. What was that? That sounded like that was something sizable. What the hell was that? So what I want them to do is I basically want them to go inside at this point in time. So what I'm gonna do is I would lose a space if I put that inside like that. It might have been a bed, actually. Rain for the colony. Nice. That will happen in like the next day or so. I don't know how much it will cool it down, but it should at least stop fires if we get like any kind of fires outbreak, so they'll help. So what I want to do is I want to get... I know it's going to make this place crowded as fuck, but I'm going to shove a whole bunch of extra beds into these rooms so that my people have somewhere to go that is inside. Somebody's going berserk. With the view that if they have somewhere that's inside that's kind of semi-cool, they might calm the ever-loving fuck down when they sleep. Not saying that they will. The fact that there will be a whole extra person in every bedroom will absolutely drive them mega fucking crazy. Oh, Jesus. The hell was that? Hold up. The hell was that? The awful barracks. There was anti-grain warhead traps. We got 10 more of them. We are starting to install them around the place. I'll get to berserk in a sec. We got rain. What we saw before, so maybe we have double rain. Going berserk. I didn't get to beyond that one. And a psychic suit. The psychic suit will help. Psychic suit for male now. And the berserk. We'll revoke your privileges. There we go. Alright. So, we'll keep on with the beds. I don't know how much this will help them temperature-wise, because it's gonna get red outside because of the heat wave. Honestly, like I said, like a cold snap would be a hilarious kind of like parallel to it, because it would probably just reset it back to like where they are in summer, like no matter what. So, yeah. But now they're wet, hot, outside, and some of them are calm and some of them are not. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Okay. I think that's... this one's missing some. Alright, so I'm just trying to shove additional beds. I can't shove it in that space because I haven't done this right. I'll have a look at that in a second. So this one is not where it's supposed to be. You two are supposed to be there, and these two are in the wrong spot, so I'll move that in a sec. Snow. Snow could be interesting. I don't know if that's going to cool it down, but it'd be interesting to find out, eh? Because, like, it doesn't necessarily say it will get cold. So, yeah. This will be interesting. Chuck these up in here. We'll have to put coolers in them. Coolers are going to require a hefty load of wood to try to keep this place cold. You're slowly running out of health, mate. Okay. So I think there's only a couple in here that are kind of like poorly placed, and everything else is mostly fine. So I don't know if this is enough beds for this colony, but if I count what we've got, what I can possibly grab, I've got at least 200. So once they finish doing this, we might have enough for the amount of colonists that we have. Possibly, I have no clue. Got snow again. So yeah, we'll find out. It still take like a day or so before the snow will happen. So it's Psychic Soothe, it's Gentle Snowing. There's 18 colonists idle. Medical treatment, colonist needs beds, low medicine, low food. This is colonist needs beds, so maybe it didn't update yet. That's because they're not finished building yet. Like, some of the ones that I was counting are in construction. So we're catching up to it, right? Like, yeah. No, it's okay. It because I had like down here highlighted, it makes sense, but yeah, these were like right up the top, not super visible when I was saying that. So it's a very easy kind of like miss of that. Alcohol binge, and we've got a colonist down out here, and people just planting corn. Mind you, that will kill the shit that I have planted. But it's not making much of a difference yet. It's 55 degrees Celsius outside, so yeah. Apparently gentle snow just means it's hot and snowing. Probably because it's a heat wave at the same time. Yeah, everybody's got heat stroke mostly, so I don't friggin' blame them. Motorist rage. I need to do a rounds and make sure if we have anybody that can't get up. Not rice plant. I was trying to get the colonist that's behind this notification. I kind of can't get to it, so I'm going to have to scooch back until we're at the front of the line. And I can't tell who's at the front of the line in my colony, honestly. If I can get to whoever it is, I think it starts with a C. There we go. All right, you. I need to find out. Rot stink exposure? What the fuck? Wait, where are you? Rot stink exposure. What? Oh, it's probably the animals, maybe. Rotting in here. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, we'll have to do something about that. Also, somebody's going slaughterer. Hold on. Urges withdrawal. You look like you're kind of headed towards the dog, which is not ideal. Go ham on them. And motorist rage. Reduce that again. Keep an eye on you. So, you look like you're going to get to the dog probably before we do. I know. I have a feeling gentle snow does bring down the temperature, but heatwave has much stronger effect. Maybe combines both. Oh yeah. Maybe. You guys all go back to what you're doing. Somebody left a simple meal outside, so I don't know who's going to eat that. So it's like 56 degrees at the moment. The heat wave is going to some extreme heat. It's baking the area. Alright. There's not much we can do about that. Wildlife, there's nothing deadly outside at the moment. Slaughterer, my god, man. You're not going for that animal. Let's get you... Oh, not dead, but you know, downed. And I thought I said this area wasn't allowed to have rotting stuff. Which means that this is not allowed to have rotting animals, which means I need another zone. Not like that. I need you to be your own separate zone, mate. So that... another slaughterer. I need you to allow everything except for fresh. I need you to allow animal corpses. There we go. And you are going slaughterer again. So hold on. You lot, you're right here, so just go for it. Yeah, I think the problem is that they're not removing the dead animals out of this room that they're storing stuff in that's getting, like, revolting because it's nowhere to put it. So that's fine. You lot, though, go back to what you're doing. Yeah. So there's a few people that are injured and or bleeding out. I would like to have more medical beds in here, but I can't really, like cool them beyond what little I can possibly cool things at the moment. Like some things they've only just made passive coolers for it. I have got air conditioners on these two, but they look like they're barely working compared to these passive coolers, which is wild. I don't think I've got another passive cooler in here. I put 2 air conditioners in here. This is enclosed. This is just 37, 38 degrees, but this is somehow 16. I think it's because of the size of the room. I don't think it's anything else to do with it. Psychic suits for the male, psychic suits for female. It's not really working, but we're trying. I do want to move this shit inside. I do want to say don't put food in this. I thought I already had don't put food in here, so it must be plants or raw resources. Don't put raw resources in here. Plant matter. No, I need you guys to still put that. Just not this stuff, ideally. So that stuff hopefully should go inside. They should want to move that inside. I accidentally clicked off something then. 10 colonists idle. I think something may have landed then. I feel like I clicked off it. They do look like they've like mined this. They haven't fixed that yet. I don't think I've got any wild humans. A lot of the animals are leaving this area because it's too fucking hot. Colonists left unburied. Mate, we are working on it. We are working on that so hard. We'll get to it eventually. Also, we're still low on wood, even though we went and harvested wood earlier. I'll do the second bout inside here because we have done a lot of the trees outside recently. And if they happen to overchop the ones inside, we'll just be able to like grow stuff better. So Shira's also charmed another Shia by playfully making fun of her parents. Alright. If you guys find a bed, good on yous. Look, you're in a relationship with yourself quite a lot in here. There's a lot of like, I was gonna say self-love. Like, let's not go there. Yeah, there's a lot of that happening at the moment in this colony. A lot of people are enjoying their own company, in like spades in this place. But that is also just because there is a lot of everybody the same person over and over again. So yeah, it makes it kind of easier. I'm hoping that this is sufficient enough buildings to where I could maybe actually get construction on something else, you know? What I kind of want to do is I want to take this up by probably 3 on both sides. And then I would say bring that across to there. And the reason why I want that to connect to that, and I also need you to connect to that one, is because then I want to flip this and basically throw that down wherever the fuck center is. There we go, that should be center. There we go. Alright, so I want that to be able to potentially build another workstation type room, which, give me this thing. Give me that shit. I could put this probably about there would be fine, as long as it doesn't interfere with this. I would need to put a box around that, so maybe if I take it up to just on the line, that will work a little bit better. So we'll throw down another set of rooms. This will hopefully be either like a fucking hospital or like a workroom or something, so that we have a little bit more to kind of work with. Honestly, 2 hospitals would do us great, because we really don't actually have even one dedicated hospital at this point in time. I also don't super have this much fucking wood to be spare, but honestly, like, it's fast enough to build. If we cut down some trees nearby, it will be fast enough to make. So I know we have got some like stone resources and stuff, but I will be making some walls out of it. I know that you guys have like given me lots of resources for that, but I have plans for that, so we'll get to it. That weird last drop didn't go through, even though points did. I just sending something. So if you tried to spawn in, like, some of the things are a bit weird. So some of them have an issue with like 10 plus, some have an issue with 50 plus. If you use your points and it doesn't spawn something in it, it's usually just Rimconnect like devouring your points for that, and then it won't send. Which is why I've got like pinned at the top, like spawning over 50 of anything might not spawn, and it might take your points and stuff. But some of them are a bit weird with that. Like I said, like there are a few where it will like guzzle the silver for like 10 things and stuff. That worked. So I'm not sure what you tried to send, but yeah. Unfortunately, that is something that happens. I don't use Rimconnect enough, unfortunately, to know exactly what ones have issues. 24 components. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess that one's limit of 10. I've seen more come in though, so I don't know. It could have also disconnected for a moment. Sometimes Rimconnect does have moments where it fails. So yeah, I just don't use it enough. Like, I've used it a couple of times this year for like the first like time. I've done like a couple of events, but I don't usually do much events and stuff. I was also going to maybe build around these semi-preemptively. I could also get a lot of resources by disassembling all the shit outside, as long as I didn't disassemble what you just spawned. 15 worked. Colonist is downed, that's fine. We're gonna try to take out whatever is pull-apartable that is outside of the walls, and at like a distance I will deconstruct it. So, and then depending on how we go with like roof stuff, interior, I may need like pillars to be able to support some parts, otherwise maybe not. But yeah, I'll try to make these two probably hospitals. It would be great if I could have like 4 of them, but I don't want to span it out too far at this point. I do want to span them down like downwards, I think, because I got this like big X in the goddamn center. No, Azula's stretching her beans. Azula's my cat friend, it doesn't know, it's very cute. So they should end up getting all that stuff. I do want these to have a separate build to cremate animal corpses that are not fresh, and same with this one as well. I want this to cremate corpses forever that are not fresh animal corpses. I don't know if I said to like not with the human corpses is the other one, but that's fine. Let's take you down. And also, I saw a dust float in here that had like, was rocking like gold ass hair and a fucking, you know, suit of armor, so way to go. I also do wonder what happened to my gold armor that I was wearing at the beginning, because I died, so I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if like a me walks into the game and I can steal myself again, because that'd be great. I'd just honorarily like take that for myself. Like, I could also just spawn myself a new colonist now that I think about it. I feel like I should do that. Hold on. Let me see. How do I... Let me throw down a... Put down a pole. I've done this for a bit. Could I spawn a new myself colonist? Yes and no. I think that's like a minute. So yeah. Alright. A minute's a long time, but this is fine. So there's a poll up at the moment. Not a Rimconnect poll, but a poll on Twitch at the top of chat to tell me whether or not I should like spawn myself in or not. I think I can. I think that's something I can do. I don't know if I would spawn in with my own name as the character, but I could probably at least rename myself for at least a new honorary Aprillic. I won't be like customized purple hair or none of that sort of stuff, but I'd be a bit curious. And if not, if you guys vote for no, then we'll see if another Aprillic happens to wander in before the end of the week, because I do have Name and Game DLC, so there is a chance that I could wander in as like any kind of other colonist, in which case I could try to capture myself and get off world. But if I come in as a super loyal, like, I don't take prisoners, so I won't probably, you know, take that. So, alright, it was neutral, so I'm gonna flip a coin on that. Hold up, coin flip. Yeah, got that. I'm gonna say tails. I know you guys can't see it, but it's tails. So, okay. I didn't actually specify what tails is for. Okay, tails again for, spawning myself. So, flip. And it's tails again. Okay. So I'll just fucking see if I can spawn myself in. It should be interesting because, like I said, I haven't done that. I also haven't, like, tried to mute my tab for a second. I don't know if it will come up. I know it does come up with a thing for me. Okay, hold up. I was kind of like a whatever colonist, so yeah, I'll just throw myself in as one. Hopefully that shit works. Fuck knows if it will. I'll find out in a second. Also, what happened to my... Why are you guys destroying this whole ass wall? That's not what I want. So, hold up. There we go. Alright, so maybe it worked. Okay, I have purchased a colonist. Did I come in as... Okay, cool. I already came in pre-named. Not name and game character, but that will do. That will work. So, you're new me. Health conditions. I have a bad back. Sweet. I was gonna say self-tend, but I don't think she can. Though it sounded like it was gonna do it. Alright, neat. Yeah, I accidentally apparently told them to deconstruct this fucking wall, which is not what I want them to do, because now we've got all these holes in this wall, and I don't know if they got rid of the door, which they do appear to have done. What I wanted them to do is I wanted to disassemble shit lower down so that I could put the anti-grain warhead thing there, and disassemble all the other stuff so I can get resources and whatever from it. Although this zone needs to be made bigger, because I have got a lot more stuff than that. So we'll move it up to there. I know that's dangerous for like the bedrooms and stuff, but it will have to do. And we'll bring that up on that side. Okay, medical emergency. A lot of them seem to be a lot happier now between the two sous and having bedrooms. Now we haven't like fully finished doing bedroom stuff, but that's fine. We are working on like, you know, chopping down as much wood as we can within this area. We'll cull off some animals or go hunt some animals. We don't really have much in the way of animals to hunt. As far as I know, they've been working at the peeling stations as best they can. I don't know what kind of floors I've got at this stage. Concrete, steel tile. I think steel tile would be clean. Flammable, but clean. So let's go with... You guys have been sending me a lot of granite, so I'm going to throw down granite flooring in these two rooms, which should make them cleaner. At least. Cleaner than the dirt floor-ish kind of scenario. That is a lot of chickens, and if you guys would just let me grab the chickens or cull them all, because I'm guessing that a shit ton... Holy fuck, was this the 100 and something eggs you guys sent me? 185. Holy shit, that's got to be the 140 something you guys sent me. That's gonna be a lot of little chicken corpses that I don't even know if we have storage space for that. And in a heat wave, shit's gonna expire outside super ultra fast. So we'll see how we go with this. They've only got like so much floor space in here, and realistically it's not actually like refrigerated, it's like barely even cool. I do feel like these are working pretty solidly though. And I will get floors down in here eventually. I'd like to kind of carpet their floors if I could. And we have got several benches, which I do want to get. I feel like I've got a lot of the people that can do researching are kind of researching it as best we can. I want them to go hard with the researching for the moment if they can, with the view that once it's done, it's done. But the more people that can stand there and do it, or are willing to go do it if they're not busy with something else, the better. I've got like construction and food production and all that kind of stuff is ultra important too. But getting them to be able to build a ship that we can get off land, like off the world with, is also super important too. I accidentally clicked on something then. I assume it was that. Bring you two up. Hold on, I lost that for a second there. I want you guys to come up to basically all ones. So I should have them more or less fighting for stuff. I also want them to be able to get like the deep scanner in the ground as well, so that we can get resources here. Somebody's sad wandering. I'm sure that they're all more or less sad wandering. I wonder if I can bump them up to mostly being twos. Okay, I accidentally bumped them up to mostly being 1s, which is not quite what I wanted, but it's still not the worst. I can fucking downgrade them later. I know a lot of them are on 1s and 2s and shit at the moment. Fine, we'll deal with it later. At least I can kind of allocate them in semi-bulk, which is nice. So, colonist needs beds. We are working on that. We've got to cut down wood to get said wood to be able to build the beds. We'll have a couple of medical rooms eventually. So, they look like they're mostly finished building this one. So, I might bring it down into here. And I was thinking about maybe putting like the air conditioners there, sort of how I've got it with like the other thing. But I was also thinking if I just put it... if I put like an air conditioner at the end, it might be enough to do it. And I should be able to get in 3 different directions. So there is that too. So I'll start bringing the beds down because like I said, I can't make these. The only thing I can do is I can put like wooden beds or wood, or what do you call it, like bed spots in here. And they can maneuver that down, kind of. I also see a fuck ton of chickens in here being stored, which we're not really supposed to be storing food in there. So something's wrong with the storage. Yep. Not supposed to have the animal corpses in here. I do not want animal corpses outside. So fresh, preferably. Copied that shit. Because I think that's basically the same. It'd be hard to get like a spot in here that's storage spot. Tantrum, that's fine. Must be only able to get like 1 spot at a time. Paste that shit. Not the cat, not the person, not the ground. There we go. Berserk. Paste that in there too. And paste that in there. Alright. So, who's going berserk? Crimson is. Alright, let's bring you down a bit. And you guys are all having tantrums and all sorts of stuff. Pen on closed, we're working on it. We need wood for that, which they are cutting down trees, but it takes a while. Now I've got my group of people researching. This is the production line I need. Got back from my appointment earlier. Beza, I think you died. I don't know if you're alive, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's nice that your appointment went nice and quick. Let me have a quick check. I had to spawn in a new me. I put a vote earlier and it was neutral, so I did a coin flip, and coin flip was bring myself in. And yeah, there's no Beza. So did I die or no? Yeah, you died. You're gone. You kept going slaughterer, and that eventually got you dead because you eventually had no medical privileges. So it went understandable. So I was frail as hell. Yeah, it wasn't because you were frail though. It's a good colonist. Nice. Alright, we've got a new Beza. Let's see if you're in better health. You have no health conditions. So you're super immune. Cannibal and tough. Righto. That's something. Yeah, you got tough this time. I'm trying to get like a couple of medical rooms going at the moment. We have a heat wave in summer, so shit's cooking. A natural heat wave, by the way. We also have like a psychic suit for the males and females, but it's barely doing shit. So that's happening. Probably 90 odd colonists, I'd say, died. But yeah, 104, but that's okay because we're down to like an amount where they're not like non-stop murdering each other. I am letting them deal with themselves as long as it's not slaughterer. Like whoever decides to go berserk goes berserk. We have a bunch of people doing research, so we're finally getting research again. I'm trying to move all of the medical beds down so that we can have medical stuff. Berserk. All right, hold on. Let's bring you down. Somebody gave up in amongst that too.